It's called a promo,
Shut
kid,
your
and
mouth,
if you want to
John.
be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to do it, so go ahead.
You ready? No! I said, are you ready?
That was good. I'm glad you finally decided to pull that giant stick out of your butt and have some fun for once in your life.
You're uneducated marks! You sit there on your phones tweeting out your opinions like they're worth a damn. Let me explain something to you people. You don't know shit!
And I'd like to think that maybe this.
All right, All Out Fallout 3. Third All Out we're going to cover. And I think, let me make sure, Jeff is still in the waiting room. Jeff and Mike are about to come in. Unless they left the waiting room again, in which case, what the F, guys? We need you here.
Everything's falling apart, but such is the nature of Fallout, right?
Yeah, although I will say this pay-per-view in of itself did not fall apart. It was a pretty decent one. We'll get into details later. What service did you get the pay-per-view on? That's the opening question.
Bro, I had to get the discount. There we go. I had to get it through HBO Max, man.
Same. Well, and see, it's a thing of like, you get it $10 cheaper, but you're also paying $10 a month, so.
Well, yeah, but at the moment, I only had the certain amount of money to pay it. Were you having trouble? Were you having were there some issues? I know, like, there were a lot of, like, screen glitches and stuff during my...
Yeah, I thought that was just me. Honestly, I didn't know that was everybody. I thought that was just a personal problem I was having.
Yeah.
Oh, the screen issues that happened earlier?
Did you guys get it on Max as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody tried it out on Max.
Max.
I was on Amazon Prime. I didn't do Max.
I want to show a tweet I sent out because this doesn't have anything to do with All Out, just kind of a little trophy. Brian's commentary from the Cruiserweight Classic over to now is such a drastic improvement. It's really cool. I don't know if you guys watched him during the Cruiserweight Classic. His commentary at the time was...
I did watch it. You know what? I really forgot he did commentary on the Cruiserweight Classic tournament.
All right, let's start the pay-per-view. Edge and Christian versus FTR. And it's surreal to say that was a real match that happened, and it started off our pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yep.
Check it in, man.
So good.
That match, even before, like, Edge Cope Christian's intro or walking backstage, and he ran into like several people, like Aki Play a Legend, and then Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
You mean the Green Bastard?
That was crazy.
Drink it in, man.
I think you mean the Green Bastard.
Bastard. You know what would have been funny? What's that show that you Jeff? What's that show that you watched? It was the one
Letterkenny?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have lost my shit if they brought a Letterkenny reference in there or anything.
Yeah, I was really thinking of that. If they brought Bowles from Trailer Park Boys, they could have got somebody from Letterkenny.
I don't blame you. I'm sorry. Green Bastard, I popped anyway.
Green Bastard, the belt.
Yeah,
the
that
belt,
got me hyped. That started off the pay-per-view for me, hyped up, ready to go. And then Edge's music came, and I started slapping the walls.
Yeah.
That got me hyped.
The crowd was singing Metalingus like it was so good.
That's hometown.
Toronto was really on it. They were really on point. They know.
Dude, something I want to bring up before we even talk about the match. I think it's safe to say this is the first time in their career history getting together between Edge and Christian where Christian legitimately is more over than Edge is. And I think that's kind of like a really cool, commendable, deserved thing to say too.
He's our asshole, Chance.
He's our asshole. And the fact that he was low-key smiling, he tried not to break, but he low-key smiling when everybody was chanting, "Here's our asshole," and stuff like that.
Even when Edge was tagged in still, they were still chanting, "He's our asshole."
And I like the fact that when both of them, they were at the ropes and stuff, and they were just looking at the crowd and just like making smug faces. I'm like, I think this their new thing now.
Yeah, that's been their thing.
I love it.
I was like,
I love it.
Damn. I was like, over a little bit 2 decades stuff.
It's a treat to see Christian just get a little bit more love. He's always been a gem.
He's definitely underrated. He deserved to get flowers. All the work that he's been putting in.
For real.
Sit down
and shut your mouths while I conduct.
Now, I had a note to talk about my disagreement with opening this pay-per-view with a slower pace match like this. You know, it's a tag team match between an old tag team and FTR. I expected it to be really slow paced like it started. And despite knowing it'd be a good moment and good match, I had to delete that note because this match ends up going off. Dude.
Yeah.
Forget my first opinion completely. I gotta let him cook and shut up.
Yeah, this is AEW, man. You gotta let them cook. Like, they will, like, kind of prove you wrong at some things.
You for sure, easy. I always just let it play out. Trust me, I have a whole bunch of people here, and everyone has their fair share of opinions, especially if it's criticism. And I always just say, wait till when the bell rings, when the bell ends at the ring, rings, and it's all the match is over. Then tell me you still feel that same way from what you were saying in the beginning.
Nope.
It's usually their opinions change by the end of the match.
Yep.
There's definitely a match where I have that one on, but we'll get there.
All right.
Oh,
here's some quick tweets.
Man.
Can't wait to hear Dylan's hot takes.
Here's some tweets. I sent out a tweet that said John Cena versus Edge is the rivalry that started my obsession with pro wrestling. So these moments lately have been really cool, sentimental. And then Dylan sent out a tweet following that. FTR mentioning DIY and American Alpha and then nod to Cena. Man, it feels nice to not always be running on tribalism. Good point, Dylan.
I think the fact those two teams, I think they knew and stuff through, like, from the promos, like from NTR with the NXT callbacks, and actually, like, when we get to the match and stuff, like, there's Easter eggs in there.
Yeah, there are definitely, just like the fact that they DIY used the Shatter Machine at the last NXT.
I saw that.
Yeah, the Homecoming.
Oh snap! I didn't know.
Yeah, the NXT Homecoming, dude. That crowd, like, I'm gonna go a little bit off topic, but the crowd in Full Sail was dead, mostly dead. That's from what I heard, but it's just like, dog, like,
it was rough, but that is another subject for another time.
Yeah, that's just the only thing I know.
I didn't know anything about that. I just knew they had the show, and then the thing about Shawn Michaels. Yeah, that would be a whole other thing to get into. Let's talk about the AEW arrival of Beth Phoenix now. And can we make it more than just a one-time thing? Do we see this being more than just one time?
I don't know, but what I do know is that I feel like Beth can still go. Like, she can still go. Like, the way how she's built right now, she hasn't like changed at all, like physically. And it's like, I feel like she got like another Glamazon in her to like go to the women's division and shit.
Dude, her versus Megan Bayne would slap. Sorry, that's all I'm saying.
Nah, give me Athena. Give me her versus Athena. Because Athena tweeted it and stuff like she wants Beth.
Oh shit.
Mother Wayne or Stokely versus Beth Phoenix.
Okay. You want a squash, brother, you want a squash match.
Yes.
Fickle. They're fickle.
Edge and Christian get the win, which is what I wanted, but it's actually not what I expected. I thought I would see them putting FTR over in this match. And it's not a bad thing. It's just like, whoa, didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
I feel like because they were hometown, it was like
it's hometown advantage. That's pretty much what it was.
I would have lost my shit if the double sharpshooter was the finish. I would have lost my shit. I was like,
yeah, freaking Cash clapping Dax when you're like into submissions. I'm like, nah, don't tap, get to the ropes.
Don't tap. I always love that spot when they do that.
Yeah, though the Easter eggs in that match, like
some of the Hardys.
Yeah, the Hardys, Edge with the Cena callback.
Yeah, like we were just talking about.
So
Everybody got hot.
You can't see me.
Because as soon as I saw that backdrop, it was like, wait a minute, that backdrop looks familiar. And then when Edge threw up the hand, I was like, oh,
Everyone started going crazy, bro. I love that.
yeah. I was just crazy. The callbacks of like their Edge and Chris's rivalries is like with the John Cena, the Hardys.
Well, and Cena started it though, because Cena did the callback to Edge first.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Cena did. Yeah, Cena did that. He really did that. But I hate like with the Michael Cole in the commentary and stuff. Like, dude, come on now.
Notice how AEW just let it play out.
There was no commentary.
They just stayed quiet and let it play out. It's like if you know, you know. Only people who know knows.
Yeah.
What did you think, Dylan?
No, I agree. I definitely. I think the thing is like I wouldn't say that putting it over on commentary would be a bad thing if they actually put it over, because maybe there are people who don't know the history, but they didn't have to. Obviously, they didn't have to because it's not that long ago, maybe. Age is weird. Time is a construct. Moving on.
Fair. Dude, after the match, we get an attack on Edge and Christian and Beth Phoenix too, which I also did not see coming at all.
Yeah, it's still the music. Like I thought, like at first, I thought like Gangrel was gonna pop up. That was my that was my thought.
Quinn was the only one who was talking about Beth Phoenix too.
Yeah, he did.
Sit down and shut your mouths while I conduct my business.
A lot of surprises come with this match, and it over delivered for me personally. So anytime anything over delivers, pleasant surprise.
Oh yeah.
Big ups to Dax, man, bro.
Dude, Dax
with a broken nose and shit.
Yeah, man. after that stiff on the microphone, and
he still delivered.
The fact that he put that as his profile picture, like the whole bleeding stuff on his profile picture on Twitter.
Ruthless aggression.
All right, Battle for New York, and Eddie Kingston is back, baby. Is back in all caps.
Yeah.
The Mad King.
Dude, the pop, man. You knew after 16 months it'd be a pop. 3 days short of 500 days this man's been gone. That pop was deserved.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love that, man.
Oh God, man!
Coming out in the Claudio Sucks Egg shirt too.
The Terry Funk yeah.
Every time.
It's always hate. Like, dog, you got to remind yourself. I'm not hating so much. I look at Eddie Kingston. Nah, he motivated me.
He motivated me.
Sit down and shut your mouths while I conduct my business.
I'll say fair enough on the match. Not majorly great, but it's a comeback match, so it just felt good nonetheless.
Yeah.
Regardless, that's my take.
I didn't expect much. I mean, Bill isn't bad by any means. I think.
No.
I definitely feel like Bill has a little bit of potential to be something. I wouldn't say like a main event, of course, but like a mid-card champion holder or something. But Eddie Kingston coming back was the main focus, and they got what they needed out of it. And I love Eddie Kingston, so.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. We'll see how this goes. And the fact that after the match, Hook.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Hook came out, help Eddie out. It just felt like what Hook was talking about. It's like him going on his own, or maybe with somebody else.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I thought it was gonna be Cassidy. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
The New York cats got to stick together, man.
No.
Yeah. That's
Then
fair.
why?
I just see like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I could just see like Eddie being like a mentor to him.
The reason why I waited for the subject to finish a little bit before asking my questions, because my question actually is kind of like a roundtable question. I've never actually asked, I don't think. How do you guys feel about Hook's Sinatra theme?
I love it.
Love it?
God. Yeah, he's coming home.
I love it. I've heard that song from a previous show that I watched called The Righteous Gemstones, and when I heard it, I immediately Shazammed it. So when I heard a Hook, when he came back to that song, in my household, me and Jamie knew that song. Some people in my household they're like, what the heck is this? I love it. Me
Got
personally,
one vote for
that's
Love
my
It.
take.
I
That's
love
my-
the beat of it. I was like, oh, it's good. Oh, like it's hidden though.
Okay, we got 2 votes for Love It. Dylan, how do you feel about it?
It'll grow. It'll grow.
Drink it in, man.
I hate. No, I'm just kidding. It's unique, man. It's unique. I can't say I guess I like it. Yeah, like I haven't really thought about it that much. I've just been like, yeah, it's unique, and I like it's. I'm not throwing shade at a certain other company, but in a day and age where wrestling theme songs are becoming very stale and generic, it stands out, and I think that's the most important part.
So this is embarrassing, then. That's 3 against 1. I've actually been like super uncomfortable with it. It feels so unnatural in the wrestling world to me, and now I feel like so in the minority that I just want to move on. So I'm like, I shouldn't laugh. I'm the hater. Turns out I'm the hater the whole time. Oh, all right. Fun time. Tables and tacks, and it's an interesting stipulation to pick going in. I thought it'd be an I Quit match. When we were building up, I was like, no, this is gonna be a I Quit match for sure.
I thought it was going to be a dog collar match. That's what I thought.
Ooh.
I thought it was going to be that, like Chicken versus MJF in a dog collar match. I was like, ooh, that would have been brutal.
Brutality. It was a cool get up for MJF's gear. His gear wise entering into this match, I was like, MJF's hitting. Minus the gloves, but the gloves make sense because the tax. So
yeah, even the ref had to wear gloves and protect the eyewear.
The only thing missing was the CMLL middleweight title that he lost the night before.
Dog, I heard the match was good. I got to check it out.
Yeah, I haven't got to watch it yet. I wanted to, and then interviewed Raven. That was the thing.
Yeah, just my friend Raven that I have on speed dial at all time.
Go check out the Raven interview.
Don't forget to click right here.
I think I sent out a tweet. I'll just go ahead and put my tweet up on the screen so we don't have to blow it out later. It said, don't let this All Out Toronto stuff distract you from the fact that I interviewed Raven yesterday. Don't let all this distract you.
All Out. I interviewed Raven. Be on my level.
Yeah.
Interview was legend.
Step it up. Step it up, AEW.
Tony, you listening?
Yo.
That's a shoot, brother.
That's
Briscoe doesn't waste any time to the ring, and then we have some fun right away with laying tacks out. As soon as he gets in the ring, he starts.
Pouring like there were like 4 buckets of thumbtacks.
There's a blanket of thumbtacks on the ring. It was blanketed with thumbtacks.
just pouring on the ring.
Nothing even happened.
None of it, and it's just they just fight. It started fighting outside of the ring because MJF don't want to go in the ring because like Chicken was just like, "Get your ass out here, boy."
Yeah, you knew the fight would have to start on the outside if the ring is blanketed with thumbtacks to begin. But still, they get in there. It doesn't take long to get in there. And Briscoe gets tacked up first. His back and his head. His head, bro. His head.
Dog, on his head, dude. He's still, dog, the fact that he was still wrestling with that, that shit on his head. Like, this dude crazy.
He's fine.
He ain't been bleeding.
Can I add something that I didn't put in the notes? I didn't watch it when it came out. Poor timing when it came out. Today, before All Out, I actually got to watch the 2-in-1 Briscoe documentary for the first time. And I cried my eyes out for 38 minutes straight. For 38 minutes, I cried.
Dude, that documentary right there, I broke down. I broke down when they were talking about Jay, the passage of Jay and stuff, and it showed Chicken and
his dad,
mom and dad. That's like, whoa.
Side note. That was just a side note I wanted to bring up.
Yeah. We didn't try to cry.
I know. LOLs at MJF putting the tables back under the ring. Let's switch the mood. LOL at MJF putting the table back. What's up with that? Dude. Not LOL though at him putting the thumbtacks in Mark Briscoe's mouth though.
Oh god.
But always uncomfortable, man.
Always.
That's uncomfortable. Whoa.
I don't care who does it when. It never ceases to cringe me.
Ugh.
Dude, I'd say like Briscoe takes the brunt of the tax spots and bloody spots in the match, which makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes the payoff though perfect when MJF gets planted.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what we do it for. That's why we do it. It's for the payoff.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
To see him get his just desserts, bro. Just to
So,
see
yeah.
him squirm was so
Yes.
worth it.
Yeah, his reaction, MJF reaction every time he gets landing on attacks. I was like, ugh.
Sell it, bro. Sell it, bro.
Yeah, sell that shit.
He got his payback and he tacked on some interest.
Hey.
Perfectly said, Dylan. Perfectly said.
Yeah. He had the pitch. He's like, here's my pitch. Let me hit it. Knock it out
I
the
had
park.
to, man. I was like, yo, listen.
We get our tables back. We get a chair with tacks on it. We get a lot of more badass tacks and table spots before we see Mark Briscoe come to life and beat MJF. And as a fan, I would say this was the one and only time I rooted for Mark Briscoe over MJF. And that's a testament, I think, to how good the storyline had been and how good the in-ring storytelling was during this match.
Oh, yeah.
That more than anything else.
I was very invested into the story, even though it's kind of been going and going, but
yeah, it's kind of had a dip where we didn't even go into it for a minute and then we came back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like the grudge. It's the grudge match, pretty much.
You an eye for an eye. You cost me, I cost you back. Now we got to settle this.
Yep.
One of us is gonna win. One of us is gonna lose.
Exactly.
Now, one thing that's always nice, it's always nice getting to see MVP gear up and compete every once in a while. And we even get to see a ball and elbow drop here. It's the Hurt Syndicate versus the Gates of Ricochet, as I call them.
The man. It's the man.
The man. Look at it.
Let's go. Still, like I said, and the match, I would say, is a good trios match for the fact that we get good wrestling and power spots. But the pace of the match did have me fighting off a mid-afternoon nap a bit. And that's a product also of this daytime pay-per-view thing. When you get to the mid-card of a pay-per-view, a daytime pay-per-view, it's hard to fight that 2-3 o'clock drowsiness, man.
Yeah.
I get it.
Fast one.
It does.
I hate to admit it, but this was my okay, I need a breather. I had to do a couple of things around the house. I had to go, take some trash out and do that kind of thing.
Yeah, this was the breaker match.
Yeah.
Now, see, I don't take it that far. Yeah, I don't. Well, he hurts people. Leave him alone. He hurts people.
These guys go wrestling.
Me and Kino wrestling. You didn't support me.
You Kino coming out with the
I was freaking the Vice Admiral outfits. Golly, I was losing my shit.
Like, bro, dude, that's you.
For real, y'all were really taking this as the...
No, I haven't finished my note yet. I haven't even began to finish yet. So, you guys can chill out for a second while I continue to say, despite the slower aspect, it holds its own. And honestly, what got me the most and what kept me awake the most was the spots on the outside of the match. The outside, whenever we would go on, those spots were peak. And so, at no point did I say this was a bad match either. I just said in the middle of the afternoon I get drowsy and this was a slow paced match. And this is why I get pet peeved, and this is why this is almost like promo level me coming out, because I say it every single episode I talk about it. Slower paced does not mean it's a bad match. And this preconceived notion that when I say slower paced it means that match was bad needs to go out the window, because slow pace can be really good. It's called technical wrestling. And there's my promo for the day. Don't ever insinuate.
Slow burn, slow cook, slow roast.
What do you guys say, Dylan?
I have to watch this pay-per-view, then record this, and then go catch another wrestling show. So it's like
Take that life.
at least one of the matches. I at least wanted to watch one of the matches. You know which match I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I needed a break of some sort, and this was the match I was the least invested in.
Fair enough.
Maybe not completely, but it was.
Put the That's Fair logo up. That's fair.
I know, right?
Yeah, put the That's Fair logo.
So, I mean, again, it wasn't a bad match. I did catch some of it. What I caught was really good. These are not bad wrestlers. I do not think MVP is a bad wrestler. I do not think the Gates of Agony, Ricochet,
Allin.
Shelton, and Bobby are bad. I just was like, if there's one match that I need to take a break during, this is the one.
Yes. Dude, what's crazy about this match, it wasn't a huge shocker, but the crowd went silent when MVP ate the pin from Ricochet.
Yeah.
Dude, Gates of Ricochet went over in this match, and you could tell Toronto was not expecting that.
Toronto, the Gates and Ricochet, they were catching heat. They were getting heat.
They're doing it right.
Yeah,
I know.
Over.
And the fact that it's like, dude, this is a Gates first W, first big W for them. Yeah, big W.
I know this might sound dramatic, and it does sound dramatic the more I keep hearing it come out of my mouth. But the way the crowd just went silent, it reminded me of when the Undertaker's streak ended. The way everyone was just like, "Wait, what?"
Oh, the WrestleMania 30. Oh, God.
That's just what it reminded me of.
That's like somebody you love got shot in front of you. And that was just like heartbreaking.
Yeah, this wasn't so much that, so that's why I say maybe I'm being dramatic saying that, but that's just what came to mind.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Now, the first ever AEW Women's Champion is coming for the new belt collector, TBS title match. Now, I feel like there was a bit of mixed feelings between us all in this match because this was my kind of match. I felt like I had a good, perfect blend in this match. What was everybody's take on it?
Buckle up, Teddy.
Well, I think like this match right here, it was like, of course, it was slow paced in the beginning, but it got really good, even though there was like some rough spots during that in the middle of the match. But overall, it's just like they were like some really good wrestling.
See, this was the match where I was like, all right, let me take some time and go do something real quick just for my sake. That's me, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I had nothing bad really to say of this match. I think it was a solid match. I think the outcome was, to me, predictable. Hence why I was like, I feel like I don't feel like I was going to miss anything if I went to go take a quick restroom break.
All right. So here, let me lay it all out on the table, right?
Lay it all out.
Lay it all out.
The last match was the one that going in, I was like, I'm going to take my break during. This match, it should have been this match because I think I might have been even less invested, even though Mercedes is on a generational run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did not, like you said, predictable. Riho comes in, she wrestles a bit, she leaves. Comes in, wrestles a bit, she leaves. It's always great. It's always great.
Yes.
And it was a great match.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't think there's at least a small chance that Riho is taking that title, I can always just go and look back at the match. I'm sorry. I can watch the match later.
No, I think you're
Yeah,
right.
that's valid. That's actually a really validated one.
That's really valid. That's really fair. And it's just that it's really predictable.
Yeah.
It's like Dylan said. It's the fact that I didn't think, and there's no shade at Rio. I love Rio. She's one of my favorites to cheer for. But I didn't think, like Dylan said, there was even a slimmer chance that she was going to win. Not even a slimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that she was going over either. At the same time, I guess sometimes I can put predictability out of the window and just, I like to know the match in Rio. I do kind of put on a pedestal because of all the great matches. So it ties into the next thing I'm bringing up. And Dylan, I'm glad your point was validated by Mercedes having a generational run because that's what it is. I think this is her year for Women's Wrestler of the Year. We've had Tony voted in like 2 years in a row I know of.
Oh yeah. Tony and Mercedes, they're like contenders right there.
I think Mercedes has it this year. These matches have been one after another.
You know what? Honorable mention. I think I got to put somebody else. I got to put somebody else on there. I would say Athena.
Yeah, I mean always. She's always in the conversation.
Up there, has to be up there with them because like she holds the ROH championship belt for 1,000 days. And the fact that she really busting her ass off.
She could have won it last year, but the problem with that is fans don't see that as a serious enough credibility, which I think it is. You think it is. We all could. I would have voted Athena. I think personally I did vote Athena last year. People just don't feel that way, and that sucks. It really sucks.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's like, it just upsets me. It's like, some people don't see her as like a threat, or even just like, this is a hard worker and stuff. And the fact that it's like, look what she accomplished. Like, 1,000 days ROH champion, being on AEW television and stuff, and winning the contract at AEW All In and the Gauntlet, and throwing the women's show at MPX that everybody was.
That's a whole other thing. That's like a whole like commendable thing outside of wrestling, doing for wrestling.
Yeah.
But with Mercedes, though, why I still feel like this year even she has more credibility is she's gone legitimately now all over the world collecting belts from every country. It's unprecedented.
I think she's definitely going to beat Ultimate Dragon's record. I think she's definitely going to.
I think she's trying. I think she's aiming for that.
I think she's going to accomplish it.
That's wherein lies the problem, not with this conversation, but just with any match she's about to be in for the next. I say it takes her maybe 2 months to get that record beat. Any match she's in on AEW, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a great match. It'll be a great match no matter what. But it doesn't matter because there's no way she's losing that title.
And I mean, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. No.
I think the story has to be right. Everything has to set up and line perfectly, because whoever, and I mean whoever, is going to be the one to do the first domino piece is going to set a chain of reactions, and it's going to make them probably skyrocket.
It won't matter. Unless she gets a good story. If she can get a good story that she can, like, because that's another thing I was saying. Like, Riho just came in. Like I said, she just comes in.
Yeah.
There would have been a little bit more build up to it. Then I would have maybe forgiven her. I'd be like, okay, she's not going to lose. But the build up was amazing. There was a crazy story here. But that wasn't the case here either. So.
Okay. I can see your point.
Yeah.
Mercedes rolls on, still TBS champion for a minute, as we can all pretty much agree on. Now, the next title we're going to talk about is a pretty shiny one, the unified title, the three-way. And if you told me 1 year ago All Out would have randomly saw Okada versus Takeshita versus Mascara Dorada, I wouldn't have believed you. Honestly, I would not have believed you one day.
Dude, the fact that Mascara Dorada is 23 years old.
Yeah.
And he's up against two killers from Japan.
His
future is still.
So his future already bright. It's been bright. He's got more brighter.
The fact that he was on that level, bro, and that was an uphill battle from start to finish.
Yeah, dude, he was fighting his ass off. And the fact that he's fighting dude, Rick was due for him.
Yeah, really intense. And just like the TBS title, for me, again, this is all just coming from personal standpoint. It didn't take me very long to get invested into the match because there's just a lot of cool spots going on. And the intensity in this match. I mean, there's two strong style legends in the match, but God, Mascara Dorada needs a good hey, participation trophy. You killed it, dude. I was kind of skeptical in putting him in there. I thought it looked random on paper. But man, he brought it. And then also, we want to talk about intensity. I just want to put this spot out there. When Takeshita almost pinned Okada, the roof came unglued real quick.
Dude, that shit was heart racing.
Yeah, the standoff too.
I can say two things. One, I was immediately invested because of that ongoing storyline between Takeshita and Okada. I was like, I got it. Even if Dorada's there, no hate on him. He's gonna do great. But I am really invested in what these two do. And two, I am pretty certain that we are going to get a Takeshita babyface turn.
It's gonna happen. They're gonna pull the trigger on this And the fact that it's like the fact that Dorada is in that match for a reason is just kind of like, don't let Okada, Takeshita have like so much contact with each other, but just keep us teasing.
Yeah, because we need all caps need a one-on-one pay-per-view main event between those two.
Yeah. And that belt, if the unified championship, that's a belt of the gods, dude. Like, there's a reason why, like, they're wrestling at their
Forged by the gods.
Yeah, it's forced by the gods.
Not lying, because when I looked at this match from start to finish, I thought to myself, if I was in that locker room, and if everyone's going for that belt, this is the bar that you need to bring it at, because Kenny Omega and Okada did it at that level first. Now with this match, it just raised up the status of like, this is a prestige belt. And whoever has this belt, that means you're gonna put like a clinic with this match. You gotta bring it all, because this is not no chump belt.
Yeah, this belt, you can't
top tier belt right now.
You have to fight.
And that's what we did.
You can't be slacking off when that belt is on that line. No bullshit. This is a belt that's like it's on the level of like an IWGB belt in New Japan. So
this is serious.
This is like, dude, this belt is serious. It is serious. It's like pretty much it's the real Graps belt.
Yeah, and this match delivered on that standpoint. Okada gets the win, and one thing I want to point out that nobody would even know other than myself, I weirdly saw the finish of this match playing out this way, to where Takeshita would narrowly skate by, get thrown away, and then Rainmaker to Mascara, and I was like, whoa, hold up, that's how I called it. So there's a little tidbit.
Yeah, I mean, because it felt like it adds more intensity to that.
Because he could literally say, you didn't pin me, you pinned him. You didn't beat me.
You pinned him. You didn't beat me.
So we got to come back and fight this.
It's like I always say, he ain't beat me, though.
Yeah, he beat me, though.
Running back.
All right, another tweet I want to show. This is the first pay-per-view in a long time that I actually did tweets, because it helps with fan engagement. I have seen Jon Moxley do a lot of things in this business. I mean, a lot of things. So when there's an opportunity to see Jon Moxley do something that he's never done before, I am front and center for it.
I did not know he had never been in a coffin match before.
When would he have ever been? Who just has them regularly? It's only Darby that makes this regular.
Dude,
yeah, Darby makes them like, dog.
Is
like,
Darby or Taker?
Yeah, like nobody else. Like Taker only does it, and then Darby came in. It's like, nah, I'm bringing this shit back.
Yeah. But that's a buried alive match. There's a different buried alive and coffin. There's a different. Oh no, but they have the casket match.
Yes, they have casket match.
Yes,
but Darby.
They ain't coffin. They ain't coffin like me though. All right, the fight starts in the crowd, and not even a minute in, Darby is jumping off the sectional seating balcony. I mean, I think it was like 47 seconds. It had to be a record. And he took a back bump on the stairs. And that man went, I'm going to take a back bump on the stairs.
Oh.
No, he had no time to waste. He was just rude, ready to go. Like, it was definitely on site.
What are you doing with your life, Darby?
Dog, you just climbed. Dog, he just climbed Mount Everest.
I know.
It's like, dude, chill out.
Yes.
I look at all my favorite wrestlers from back in the day, you know, and what they're doing now, and like getting out of the business, transitioning out. Darby gonna do that in like 2 years from now. Darby's gonna be doing that in a couple years at this rate.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Oh man,
Brian and Darby on commentary.
Let him win the AEW World Title belt, and then
one time win it, because 2 years from now, him and Brian are gonna be killing it on commentary together. I'm sorry, I love him. I don't want it. It's just
I can't imagine Darby. Oh, I don't know how I imagine Darby commentating.
I don't know why we're even talking about this. This is
because he's reckless. He's reckless.
Let the man win the world title, please.
We see this match immediately get bloody and exciting. Coffins get used right away, and then Marina starts undoing the bottom ring rope so the Death Riders can come help Mox get the coffin into the ring. That was a beautiful moment. They really put the Death Riders aspect into this match. I felt like
They were literally on the coffin. They were literally had a coffin that said Death Riders on it.
Yeah.
There was like two coffins. There's two coffins out there.
Moxley sends everybody to the back, starts beating down Darby, and then in a very aggressive and concerning way tells him he loves him.
And then Danielson said, "He told me that too."
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Mox.
Darby had a fork to stab John Moxley. He had a fork stashed, and he stabbed him in the head. And here's what's funny about this. Here's what I'm going to bring up, because that's exactly what John Moxley would do. And so basically, Darby Allin is now the exact same guy he hates so much. He hates so much.
You gotta fight fire with fire. You know what I'm saying?
We'll get into fire later. The fires, no. All right, Bryan Danielson loses his shit and drops the F-bomb on pay-per-view. That was fun.
Yeah.
They said swear jar. Swear jar.
So even like Bryan Danielson, he brought the bag.
Yes.
He brought the bag out. The way he slid it, he pulled it out and he slid it like real smooth. It's just like, go ahead, do it.
He was like, Darby, take care of the business.
Yeah. He's giving him the suffocating receipt. This finally gets his suffocation receipt for that. And he gets his head kicked in with it on, too. That little tidbit. Crowd out there chanting, "This is murder."
Tony Khan acknowledged that.
Yeah.
He tweeted, he said, "Justified, this is murder chance." That's crazy.
I mean, the Death Rider spot on the coffin was brutal. Dude, that Death Rider on the top of the coffin looked so brutal. And then you want to talk brutality. I didn't even bring this point up. Darby Allin went completely cannibal mode on John Moxley's face.
Yeah. Biden. Shit just Biden's, man.
Yeah.
Darby is a zombie. He is like half dead, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
he got run over
half
by
of his face. Half his face is dead anyway.
Yeah.
Darby gets Moxley in the coffin, and then Pac returns. Baby, Pac is back. Pac is back.
Pac is short hair Pac.
Short hair Pac.
That threw me off. I was like, oh no, he's skipped on. That's just intimidating. Short hair Pac.
Don't hate on me. But for some reason, like the face and everything and the hair, like it almost looked like Kyle O'Reilly to me.
What?
like a dark-haired Kyle O'Reilly, just from like when he first popped up and you couldn't get a good view, and then like when you look at his face a little closer, and you're like, oh no, there's the nose and the
I feel like it's more like Finn Balor. more of a muscular Finn Balor. The way he got the black shirt and the black pants, you thought that was Finn Balor? Nah.
The way he looks, I don't see how anybody sees anyone else but Pac. I feel like Pac is the only person I can see because he looks so indistinguishable.
Yeah, you usually come out with the trunk, but he got clothes on.
Dude. Also, Kyle O'Reilly wouldn't send Darby flying outside into a coffin that way and bring out a body bag.
But I mean, again, you never know. Crazy turnabout.
Also, technically, Pac won this match. John Moxley, yes, is the winner by the paper, but Pac won this match. He closed the coffin.
He did. Well, actually, let him put him in a body bag, and then freaking John Moxley, he just kicked He just kicked it. And all right.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Either way, he wins his first and only coffin match, and I don't know if it pisses anybody off. Too bad. I'm with it. I'm all the way with it. Death Riders certified in a coffin match.
Yeah, and the fact that Box was talking to the camera and the crowd was like, "See, where it go? It's all his fault. He did it to himself." He was just gassing out.
This is the first time Darby's ever lost one.
Yeah,
it's in AEW history. Usually
it's weird.
I
never thought I would see that.
It's different now, and the fact that Mox is 5-0 on Darby now.
Yeah. I never thought I'd see Darby lose in a coffin match just because it's like his signature thing. But at the same time,
that's a signature match.
I can't complain when my favorite wrestler goes over, even when people don't want him to. It's what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and say it's wrong? All right, here's something that's totally right, and everybody can agree with. Orange Cassidy is coming back. There's a little Easter egg for you.
Yeah.
He teased it.
He said whatever.
Like Kyle was on the phone. Kyle was like on the phone. Like, what's his answer? What's his answer?
Whatever.
He said, whatever.
Whatever.
Everyone started throwing little thumbs up.
So, like, yeah, I was like,
Harley Cameron biting her thumbs.
Yeah.
Hello, Roger passed by her and he's like, no.
Exactly. He's like, no, stop that.
Well, yeah, stop it.
Who could forget the Orange Cassidy Roderick Strong match for the international title? I certainly can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now, another thing before I get into the next match, I want to bring up that coffin match had Bryan Danielson so distraught. Like it genuinely.
Oh
took him a
yeah,
minute to
he was
recover.
lost. He was in loss of words.
He was like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to be anymore.
He literally just saw his man literally lost, and then they carried his ass out, Paul Bearer style.
The Death Riders.
I would say the Druid style, because the Undertaker Druid style, because like the Druids would carry like the coffin and stuff like that. And you hear like their freaking like most ghouly like haunting theme.
Riding death, brother.
Drink it in, man.
All right, next match, and I'm gonna say this before we even talk about who won it. Nobody try to give pre-context away. I was rooting for anyone in the women's Fatal 4-Way but Chris Statlander, and I mean no offense by that, but like especially Tekla. It didn't even need to make sense for me to want Tekla to win it, and yeah, Jamie Hayter was like second for me. It was weird going against Toni Storm, but I was kind of ready for a change. So
yeah.
Another thing, we see Wheeler Yuta kind of piping into Statlander's ear votes of confidence and belief in her, even when she didn't ask for it right before the match. So it's been that kind of thing we've been circling around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No matter who was walking out champion, I was down for whatever good this match was going to bring. It was down.
They brought it. They really brought it.
I made a note because I make a note of these things every time they change someone's presentation.
Uh-huh.
And of course,
and I wasn't necessarily happy about that change, but
I noticed that, and I was like, because I think it goes with the fact that Tony was bringing up her space theme, her alien theme again.
Yes.
I was like, you haven't been an alien in forever. Why are you doing that? And then they did that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And there's like this 2021 vibe we keep getting back to, and I want to keep that like pocketed away because there's other things that play into that from this pay-per-view. But that was another indicator like, yo, we really are trying to bring some of the old spirit back to this. And with that, let's talk about it now. Because great exchanges by all the ladies. Obviously, it was a great match, and you can go back and watch it. But nobody, unless you did, I didn't, saw that finish coming when Chris Statlander won with the seatbelt pinfall.
I think we should have.
Chuck thought of that. Chuck thought of that.
Yeah.
Call back.
Yeah.
That's how she won a couple of matches after Yuta's been piping in her ear.
Yeah, just didn't see it happening here. That was a big shocker to me. And it was one of those things like surprise, but the crowd chanted, "You deserve it." And humbly, I sit my ass down and I agree. Like, she did deserve that.
Yeah. But she had, like, dog, you got to know something. Like, she had two ACLs. Like, she was injured.
Yeah.
And coming back from that.
5 years chasing that belt.
Yeah.
Day one. And on top of that, she's the first, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, she's the first to hold the TBS and
the Women's World. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
I say, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know who else did that.
I don't think nobody in the women's division.
She's the first.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Before Stat did.
She did step up whenever Jade left, and they needed someone to put that title on.
Yeah.
Who could forget that moment? Who could ever forget that?
Stop, start, and pushes and gimmick changes, and like it's been like a really mixed bag of weirdness. I think like they can't keep a consistent, not just gimmick, but just kind of presentation for her.
I agree. That's why we entered into this match, and I'm like, I don't hate her. I like her. I'm rooting for her the least because I feel like there's the least to do with it. And then, like I said just then, humbly, I'll sit down and say nothing about it because if anybody deserved that moment in this women's division,
Sure.
it was her. And it's nice. It's kind of refreshing to have a change too. Like I love
Yeah.
Toni Storm, and she's the greatest champion in AEW history from the women's division anyway. And I think we can like sit on that and move forward now.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you could have done with Tony with that title anymore, and having it change. Like, I kind of don't see this lasting long, unfortunately. But I think maybe for sure, at least one, reward Chris. She has been toughing it out. She's been like, consistently on programming outside of an injury. And two, I guess maybe they're probably building something with Jamie and Tekla a little bit more. So maybe they weren't ready to go with either of them.
Because they still got to right because they got to deal with the 1v1. That like the feud between Jamie and Tekla. That's still got to be. This still got to be cooking. You still got to be cooking on it because Jamie just came back and it's like let them cook on this before they'll be back in the world title spot.
Yeah.
And speaking of Tekla, she proved that she could be in the title picture.
Oh yeah.
Presentation alone.
We knew from the jump, from the time she debuted.
Like her working stardom, boy.
Yeah, I've said it since she debuted. Like, it doesn't even have to make sense. There has to be no buildup. You can just give her the title, and
I kind of thought they were going to do that. Just kind of the same way they did with Mariah May a little bit.
Give it to the Triangle of Madness.
Madness.
All right, let me talk about something that's kind of crazy to say. We got a big-ass four-way tag team title ladder match, and I can't believe I'm saying it. I actually forgot this match was on the card. I forgot about this big-ass ladder match.
Yeah, I feel bad because I think we did too. We thought it was the main event after that, to be honest.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be like in the middle, like somewhere in the middle of the show, but they put it in like second to last.
I just forgot. I just forgot. Whoops.
Yeah, this match was banging.
The teams were interesting. Let me name the teams before you start talking about it. You had the Bucks, Brodito, Jet Speed, and Josh Alexander with Hechicero. We had the Callis family in there. That was like a weird mix-up for a ladder match, and like I'm not used to seeing Hechicero in a ladder match. That was new. That was a new experience.
That's like it's really different because like we never seen Hechicero in ladder matches and stuff, but it just like mostly be submission and stuff.
Yeah, I mean he tried to bring that into the ladder match, but then we see Speedball completely do a whole other thing. The backflip knee spot ladder to ladder. He missed. I remember looking at that and I said, Hechicero needs to scoot back. He's gonna overshoot that. I knew it.
Because there was like AEW. They posted a video with at a different angle. And it's like Speedball's foot missed. It missed on Hechicicero's head because it landed on the ladder and stuff. So it's like that shit looks painful.
Yeah. The spot where Brody King had to accidentally hold up Bandito onto the ladder while Speedball completely splashed onto him. He's like, Bandito, move.
He was yelling like, Bandito, move.
That made me laugh. That definitely made me laugh.
And I want to kind of say this.
Bring it up.
With Jet Speed, their gear that they wore, the Sonic and Tails.
Yeah.
That was so cool. So cool.
I love the fact that when Bailey got knocked out, like he sat there for a good while, just lifeless on the floor on the outside while everyone else was doing stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We see the Bucks and the Callis family guys form an alliance mid-match, and it works out like splendidly until the Bucks try to be slick and go grab the titles real quick when no one's looking.
Very Buck-ish.
Another spot we can bring up, because again, it's a ladder match. It's a big ladder match. We can't dissect everything, but certain spots I like to pick out. The spot where Nick Jackson gets leaned off the ladder and adjusts to springboard onto the outside was just so
Yeah,
So good.
yeah, dude, he kept his balance because he knew like, oh, he was getting tipped over when he's on the ladder. I was like, oh snap!
Yeah.
And he saw like a group of people outside the ring. I was like, he knew what he was doing.
Perfectly executed it perfectly, and the swan time bomb with it, bro. It was just
Yeah. Well, then we got the quad sequence of tables that ended with a ladder break. It was like table, ladder.
Yeah, 3 tables, 1 ladder.
Yeah, I couldn't help but feel like after they did it in the other company, I was like, wow, this looks familiar. But I was like, oh, the ladder spot though. That's badass.
We're gonna one up it. You gotta one up
ladder
it.
spot.
Yeah.
Oh, if we get 4 ladder
everybody
spots,
doing
that'd
table
be
spots?
amazing.
Everybody doing table spots? Nah, I got the ladder.
Well, it's funny. I didn't even notice until you pointed that out. I was like, I didn't even notice they were trying to one up. Maybe they weren't even trying. It could be coincidental. Word not to say, but it is an interesting point to bring up. I'll put it there. Now, another spot. Let's put on this one. Kevin Knight gets transported from the center of the ring on the ladder to 2 outside tables. They transport him.
Not my boy Kevin getting like demolished through the tables.
He's fine.
It was rough because when you have stacked tables, there's a little bit, I hate to say it, there's a little bit more cushion to breaking through 2 tables. But when there are just 2 blank tables out there and you're going straight to floor, that looks painful, man. It obviously is. It obviously is.
Bro, he got jettisoned through those tables.
Look, come on. Bandito backflips with a ladder, and it looks like it hurts everybody in the process.
Yeah, that was so painful. But he came back up right after that.
Yeah, goes up.
Yeah,
grabs the belts. And Bandito retaining was actually what I wanted, which was crazy because when we started this tag team, I was like, I'm tired of Brody King being in random tag teams. It's not fair to him. I'm with Brodito, bro. I'm Brodito'd up. I'm with it.
Brodito, dude. And the fact that I like how they implemented the backstory of how
full ranch Brodito.
Yeah, they were just like friends from like 7 years. Like they've been on the road together. And then like when there's a point to where like a tag team formation and it was just random, it came like a happy accident.
Mm-hmm.
Look what happened now. Now it's like they're tag team champions. Brodito 2 belts.
Now we're all
defended at the CMLL.
Yeah, they defended their tag titles at CMLL last weekend, and then tonight they defended it All Out, which is pretty much they prove that Brodito is the tag team that everybody need to have their eyes on.
So not until Brody King does a Macarena.
You know what? You're right.
What I was gonna say is the fan club should be called the Brodito Burritos, the Brodito Doritos, something like that.
I think I've talked to Jeff about this because I think I brought a burrito on a Dynamite, watching Dynamite and stuff, and then Brodito came out. I was like, burritos for Bandito. Hashtag burritos for Bandito. I was like, you got to take a bite for your Bandito.
You start sneaking burritos into arenas to give to Bandito. You just do not give him a sweaty chorizo and egg burrito. That would be the worst thing possible.
We gotta make a sign. Make a sign that had burritos for Bandito.
Yeah. After the match, we see Jack Perry come in and attack the Bucks, and also Rocky Romero. That I don't know why, but whatever. The Bucks get one up on Jack Perry. Lights go out, and we see a film to show us that Luchasaurus is back. And this is actually one of my favorite moments of the night, believe it or not. The return we needed, I said.
No.
We're back. And another tweet I sent out, this goes back to what we were saying real quick. when people said 2021 AEW was back, they were not kidding. Like, we really are getting some good AEW spirit and callbacks back. And I think Jungle Express is my favorite to happen tonight.
The feeling. They're restoring the feeling. And the fact that it's like the way how it was presented, and stuff with how, like, with Jack Perry telling Luchasaurus to, like, take that kill switch belt off, stuff, and then throw it to the crowd.
Good.
I was like, it's confirmed, like, Luchasaurus is back.
It really, I love I don't know if long-term storytelling, but the interconnection between different things going on. Obviously, the fact that we only got the snippet beforehand of him being revived, and then we got the full thing this time. With this revelation, it's so good. It's such good storytelling that you don't have to like spend forever working on just on that certain aspect, because obviously this was part of the whole Wayne family thing going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that when Luchasaurus broke out of that and they presented, like, you know, him coming back with Jack Perry, because they show, like, you know, in a lab where Jack Perry, like, you know, brought back Luchasaurus and stuff, and like we didn't see the full thing until tonight. But that where during the feud with Cope and Cage, it felt like it was just a small teaser.
We go backstage to what appears to be a eulogy for Darby Allin, in which after Moxley sends away everyone, and then Darby comes back from the dead and attempts to burn Moxley alive.
Dude, I was laughing when Darby came out of that coffin.
Zombie.
I was like,
He's a zombie. Is just a zombie. That's all there is to it.
Felt like a scary movie.
Oh, you hit him with a pipe in the throat.
It all makes sense to me, man. It all makes sense. Why can't Darby die? He's already dead.
He will not die.
It's because he's already dead. He's a zombie.
He climbed Mount Everest. He got struck by lightning. He got ran over by a bus.
Who could do that? An undead person. Darby Allin, the zombie.
It makes sense.
He's Zombie Allin.
Zombie Allin.
Change the episode name to Zombie Allin because that's who he is.
Yeah, and the fact that burning Mox and stuff is just like, I was like, this man just saying, he's like, burn.
I love when wrestlers reach their boiling point and they just go insane. That's one of my favorite things, I think, in wrestling, is just when they finally snap and they just...
They sell it. It makes it more, it really makes it more entertaining.
Yes.
Bryan Danielson was so speechless. And I'm thinking to myself, if I was him, I was like, damn it, Darby, you know I gotta find you now. Can't just be burning your coworker.
I was like, God dang it. Like, this man brought a flamethrower, but was given by Tony Khan.
No, he could just be like, Darby, I'm gonna look the other way this time. But next time, you better not do that again. I'm just saying.
Exactly, right?
It's like, please don't do it again. I'll try not to.
I don't know why the Mafia thing's now stuck, but apparently Bryan Danielson's now a Mafia boss.
How did we get there? That's funny. All right, that's because we got the big one next. And the question going into the main event was, can we see double belt Fletcher at the end of the night? My vote was no, but like that would be cool though. That would be really cool.
It
would be really cool. But we're not ready. We're not ready for that yet. We still got a lot left to go.
Though I will say, big fight feel for it. And if it ain't that, then we're in the wrong business. And I'm going to kind of go into depth real quick on each individual before getting into some of the parts of the match. But I was pleased early on with how ground-based and technical this match was and how fundamentally sound it was. What was really cool was Kyle Fletcher here in this match looked like a main event player. And like we've watched his stock grow over the years and talked about when this moment would be coming. His time's coming. And this night kind of was that moment, but it's officially here. And then on Hangman's side, we know Kyle Fletcher's a main event guy now. What do we see from Hangman? He looks great and like a champion, but here's what's bugging me. Again, we're about to get into the match, but what bugs me is he already looks like this tired, worn down champion, and we're not even 2 months into his AEW title reign. And so when it looks like he's been going for 6-7 months hard, and it's not even 2 months, I'm kind of concerned. And so that's what I'm opening up with.
Yeah, that's certainly a take that I was thinking about too, because I genuinely I know it's some big moment and he deserved to have that title and we all wanted him to take that title.
Mhm.
But with so many people, even with Swerve and Osprey out, there's still a killer's row of people. And with Fletcher now establishing himself in that kind of scene as well, it begs the question what's the shelf life of this title run, right?
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look bad either. Like, Hangman looked great. He just looked worn down already. That's all.
Yeah.
It looked like he's been through 6 pay-per-view matches, and it's number 3, maybe. That was number 2.
He did take a brain buster before the pay-per-view.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He took the brain buster to the table.
Sold it.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
sold out.
I was like, how's that man moving?
Yeah. And also, those personal notes aside, once again, pleasantly surprised at how good this main event really was. And I had the bar lower than I should have, which I'm kind of proud of myself for doing for a lot of these. I didn't keep this high bar for a lot of things. So when the over delivery came, I was like, wow, this really is a main event match. And this really is deserving to be the main event match of All Out 2025.
I think going in, that was my thought. Was like, hey, Kyle, I believe in Kyle.
Yeah.
And so that was my thought. He has to prove it, but I think he will. And
he got vicious, bro. He got vicious in this match.
Oh yeah,
hungry.
It was hard. There was some stiff spots that Kyle pulled off. And it was really hard hitting too. Both of them.
Yeah. The timekeeper table spot was rough, man. That was insane looking.
Yeah. The super Deadeye.
Yeah.
Part.
Yes, that part.
Yeah, that rush he had between that, the rush that Kyle Fletcher had between that, I was genuinely like, yo, this man's actually winning this.
He was yelling things like, "This is my night, I'm ready." And also, if you vaguely, right before he hits that brainbuster, he says, "For Australia."
When the crowd was yelling out, "You're not ready," and Kyle was like, "Yes."
Yeah. Talked about that super Deadeye, which Bryan Danielson said was the most brutal one he'd ever seen. Wrong. If you go back and watch, I don't remember, was it the first All In? Yeah, the one he did at the first All In. It was off a ladder through a table. Amazing. My favorite Deadeye of all time.
Yeah. Speaking of Bryan, his commentary during that match.
Yes.
Up to the end, dude, he was standing up.
That match got bananas. Bryan Danielson got more bananas.
I was like, dude, I looked at it, I was like, dude, this is how a commentator's supposed to sell. This dude, it's 1 weekend on Bryan as a full-time commentator, and he's already killing it.
And that's what I was saying when we opened the show. I remember when he first tried out commentary, his first time he had to retire, and I was like, don't do that, bro. This isn't your gig. And now I'm like, this is cool. One of my favorite wrestlers is killing it on the cans.
Hell
yeah. That's dog, take notes.
Yeah. Speaking of notes and back to the match, I want to talk about, we see Hangman not only hit the V trigger, but also hit the big pressure, and then Fletcher hits the hidden blade. It's crazy to say this.
And he was trying to do the Stormbreaker also.
Yeah, and the One-Winged Angel. But here's what's crazy to say this, because again, a lot of people know me when I talk about wrestling. I'm always thinking about wrestling psychology and how the in-ring psychology is going to apply. I don't understand that move. I don't understand why they felt to do that. It got a pop, but I don't understand why we wanted to go that direction. It was cool, but I just don't understand it. So I left baffled. I got left baffled.
I don't know. It's just it gets a pop. I always pop up when I see when wrestlers were using moves from their big rivalries,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff. That's just like it's adding layers of the story.
It's a very anime-esque thing. And
Yeah,
it's
Very,
kind of
very.
to
I love it.
whole Adam Page is the main character type vibe, right?
Yeah.
So in that sense, I mean, he's been doing this too. This isn't the first time they've been doing this whole using rivals moves.
For
So
sure.
in that aspect, I was like, he's the main character. You know, Kyle Fletcher might not be the main villain, but he's proven to be at least a pretty good starting villain for Adam Page's second run. You know what I mean?
He
Yeah.
showed up tonight, that's for sure. But
He-
before I leave my point, I want to say too, that's what's crazy about it is in the past when they did it, even with Hangman and Swerve doing it, with Edge and John Cena doing it, you know, all the things we saw earlier tonight, those all made sense. Like there was context I understood, and this was the one time they used it where I was like, why are we doing that now? What are you trying to tell me?
Are you
Baffles.
talking about when Hangman was doing the One Wing Angel?
But
Yeah,
these-
just
Oh, the V.
just the concept, yeah, of both of them using their rivals' move. Like, while I
Also-
loved when people do that, I didn't understand why they did it
The
here.
V
That's all.
Trigger and One Winged Angel were specifically because he took Kenny Omega out.
So it was like a receipt type of deal.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think it was pretty much that.
I have my own theory on it, but yeah, go on.
Well, and
Yeah.
so with Swerve and Osprey are both out now. Again, Kyle Fletcher used Osprey's move, but no, that does actually add the context that I'm needing, that I've been looking for this whole time.
Yeah, because like, yeah, it was like I think they're former friends, turned rivalries.
And they're all people that got taken out. That's
Yeah.
the common denominator.
Common denominator, but also if you look at it as a tag team, they were tag team partners together. It makes sense. Same thing with Kyle using the hidden blade. They were tagged. They were.
But Mark Davis,
The United Empire.
Shibata even using the claw.
claw, yeah.
Because he learned
Yeah.
to fly down it during an
What
arm.
move does Mark Davis do?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
When
it's
you,
like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I
you
just had to
learned
say
that.
once you learn that move, it's like, oh, do. Okada learned the freaking Iron Claw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mega Man? Is this Mega Man? He literally like once you beat someone, you get their freaking
Well, the match gets crazier, more hyped up. Hangman picks up the win to retain the world title, and what a match! I mean, again, another one I'm saying over delivered, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Common theme,
I was.
pleasantly surprised.
It was. They both of them. They really deliver, and it was just like it really like you don't know what to expect between those two.
Mm-mm.
I literally thought there was going to be a chance where I was going to see Kyle Fletcher win that belt. That's how convinced I was in the match. Like, I was going for Hangman, but I was like, oh my God, am I really going to watch
You never know.
beat
You
Hangman?
never know.
Yeah,
But that's how good it was. It convinced me where I was like, oh my God. And I was getting like worried.
and one thing is with Kyle Fletcher is that there's proof that he can be part of a world title picture soon. Like,
Also, he can do it alone.
like we'll come back for it because he can definitely go. He can definitely go.
Give me a hell yeah!
And he can do it alone.
Mm-hmm. And alone, yeah. No Don Kyle's family.
Acknowledge me!
All right, I'm gonna get into my final pay-per-view thoughts like we do, and then I'll just send it around to how you guys feel about it. But what's crazy, and I'm gonna say it as I'm doing it live and right now, I'm actually changing my rating for the pay-per-view. So, interesting fact. What I'm gonna tell you the rating is wasn't my original rating. If I could give this pay-per-view a name and a theme, it would be the pay-per-view full of pleasant surprises. Very much so. I'm pleased at how many things they gave me that I didn't see coming, and that was really awesome. Again, especially working in this business, things get spoiled too much, and so to have the feeling be restored of I genuinely got surprised and didn't see something coming, that was really awesome. And great matches. There's maybe one or two mid cards that I didn't vibe with, but I would still end up giving this pay-per-view 4.5 stars. And before the main event, I gave it 4 stars. That main event was so good, and Kyle Fletcher showed up so hard tonight. I have to give it 4.5 because it was that solid. And even then, I don't even think there was a mid card match I didn't vibe with. I just was sleepy a little bit. I just got a little sleepy. It was a good pay per view. All outs are always great.
That's fair. That's fair.
My viewing experience was rough. There was a point where everyone was quiet here. Like, they were quiet the entire pay-per-view, if I'm being honest. It was weird. I know they were excited for it, but it's like, I don't know what's going on today, man. But that doesn't impact it too much. It was a little rough to watch throughout. Every match was really good, though. There was nothing I disagreed with. Nothing I was like, I wouldn't have done that. 4.5.
Give me a hell yeah!
I had a between people I do know, I had a really rough day today, and there was a point where even I was trying to fight, kind of like trying to get really hyped into watching this pay-per-view at a certain time, and at a certain point where I kind of just relaxed a little bit and literally was enjoying the artwork, and it literally took away my worries today that I was dealing with and being around my friends and my wife and everything. And for once, it felt really good that I could just get lost in the world of wrestling, professional wrestling.
Oh,
And
wow.
tonight definitely, like on the real, I'm being so real. Like I needed this, and it was something that I'm thankful that I literally stopped the outside world of what I was worried about and some shit. So to be honest with you, definitely give it a 4 and a what, 3-4. So I'm trying to be different now. I'm trying to be different from everyone else.
4-3-4.
Like yeah, something like that. But
4.75.
definitely, I vibed with this pay-per-view. I think this is a banger for sure. Definitely would recommend someone to watch this one for all the right reasons that we even talked about. There's something for someone in this pay-per-view. If like you could show anyone, be like, oh, let me show you this one match from this pay-per-view. I think you'll vibe with. I think there's something for everyone on here.
Definitely, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
What's interesting, and Mike, I'm still going to let you go, but I just want to chime in on what Jeff was saying because that's really cool, and I love when wrestling can do that. That's why we do this. But what's really interesting is if you had said a 5-star pay-per-view, I already had the preconceived notion that I was going to have to stop you. I'm like, you can't give everything 5 stars. And based off of what you said and like how the day went and how the pay-per-view made you feel, those are the moments where I feel like pay-per-views can justifiably be 5 stars to somebody because like for you today, that pay-per-view was a 5-star experience. You needed it. So that was the one time I actually would have been like, yeah, you know what? You deserve to say that.
Yeah, it really did.
Trust me, the guys know. I had to pull them over to the side and be like, hey guys, I don't want you to think I'm not, I'm just going through something, and I just appreciate y'all. And they showed me love, and I was like, hey, I'm just really thankful that we're watching this and we could vibe. And it did take me out of what I was worried about today. Like honestly, did. And that I'm thankful for that because wrestling is powerful, where it could take anyone's lows and worries, and literally you could just tune out everything that's going out in your life and just watch 2 performers, whether male, female, and just watch them just do work of art. Really, that's all I could say. It's really a work of art.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like that meme that was going around, like with Willow hugging Ishii and stuff. Like that's kind of pretty much how it is. It's like wrestling, like bad day, pro wrestling.
Exactly.
Stuff. That's like wrestling will like cure you in different ways and stuff. Like this is why we love the sport, and it's just so like you can shut everything outside of what's been going on with you, and it's like it brings people together.
Definitely, guys. Definitely.
Drink it in, man.
What do you, Mike? What
do you think?
That
was like, Mike, what's your rating?
My bad, y'all.
I was waiting for Mike's rating.
No. For what I think about the pay-per-view is like this pay-per-view was really bonkers from the jump because from start to finish, I think there were some matches that was just kind of like a little bit slow pace, but it got back up, I would say. But for this, my rating of this pay-per-view would be like it would be definitely a 4. I would give like a 4.5 out of 5 of this. 4.5 stars out of 5. And one thing we did not mention is that ending up a first match with Copen Cage, that Phoenix taking a bump like a champ. Like she was fighting FTR by herself.
As someone that's married in this group, and I think anyone that has a significant, whether friend, lover or anything, I think could recognize how beautiful, like very Shakespeare-esque that was when she kisses him and she's like, I love you, knowing that I'm gonna fight these guys and I'm gonna probably get sacrificed, but I'm doing it for you to protect you.
You got sacrificed, all right.
That's cinema. That's absolute cinema right there.
And him just getting to Beth and like kissing her and just like anger seeing a loved one, it definitely hits me in special feels, and I think that was really great. That's really good story.
That's definitely something like anybody could relate to in like the marriage, the like relationship and stuff.
You have someone that you really care about.
Mm-hmm. And when I say like the whole pay-per-view itself for All Out, that is proof that they can carry the company when Swerve, Ospreay, Omega is out and stuff, like when they in their injuries and stuff. Like they can definitely prosper. Like we put the trust in these guys. Put the trust in these guys.
I want to say too, I'm making a joke about Wardlow being part of the pieces out and being a vital piece, but also like seriously, really big prayers and condolences up to Wardlow, because it's really crushing and heart-wrenching to make a comeback and then have to go back on the injury list right away. That's really heartbreaking to hear, despite how you feel about the guy. You don't have to like him in the ring. I don't hate him in the ring. I think he's great. I'm sad that he hasn't had anything big popping in a while, but like, injuries suck, man.
Yeah, it does, man.
That sucks.
That really does. The fact that he just got back after like filming American Gladiators, and that's just like, dude, that's just so. It's just tragic that just like he's back on the injury list.
All right, now before we go, there's actually one thing I want to bring up because I want to say this Wednesday. It's two things. It's a two-parter thing, although they're separate things. Dynamite in Pittsburgh. The first thing is TK has a big announcement, and if it's not a women's tag title tournament, I'm not coming to work next week. I'm putting that out there. Number two thing is, because it's in Pittsburgh and because things are the way they are right now, is it possible we see Britt Baker come back on Wednesday?
I think if she doesn't come back on Wednesday, I think that's the sign, the writing's on the wall that she's like probably would go to said other place or just be done with AEW, even with time tacked on. If she doesn't, that's my opinion. And two, it's funny that you said that because I think our friend Quinn said the exact same thing. He's like, if it ain't about women's tag team belts, I don't even want to hear it.
I mean, it's been a thing.
Yeah, they didn't say anything about Britt Baker and stuff, so we don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing immediately. I saw Pittsburgh and I was like, Brit or bust?
Britsburg.
Brit or bust.
Brit or
That's
bust.
pretty much what it is.
Like this is the last chance. If she doesn't come, it
kind of feels that way. I don't want it to though.
Yeah, so we don't know what's gonna happen.
You'll see.
Despite how I feel about her, I do feel like there's a slot for her right now. Hell, I mean, Mercedes needs someone.
She can work
we
here.
have a new women's world champion. Maybe Chris's first feud. I don't know. But I feel like there is definitely some spots for her if she were to come back. So I'm a little interested. As for the announcement, I was kind of hoping to be like, yo, we're going to do this thing in 2027. That 1 week. You know the one I'm talking about.
You know the week. I'll
You-
change the whole show.
That week. That week.
See, we were talking about it, and hey, fans who are watching, we don't know what we're doing in 2027 all the way yet. We're booked into 2026. This is a year past that. I would love the prospect on Saudi WrestleMania and WrestleMania 2027. If AEW is doing something else, let's do Road to that, because that sounds really interesting. Whatever the that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that would be a little out there to put out right now. I don't know.
Yeah,
Who knows?
so
Probably
far
tag
ahead.
titles.
Before we go, I just want to remind everybody when we're talking about Road to WrestleMania, which we will be doing season 6, I want to win a second one of these. So just this is like one of those like subtle reminders throughout the year. They don't come up often, but I am the first ever, and I plan to be the second.
This dude, if you win the second one, I'm calling BS.
Never. It makes sense. It would make sense. I could.
That's fair.
That's fair. All right. All Out Fallout 3 was a success. Now we all get to go home and eat and such. Except for Jeff. I have to talk to Jeff
Oh,
after
yeah.
this is over. I have to have a chat with Jeff for a second. So
Damn.
everyone else has to go away. All the fans at home have to go away now.
You're
Watch the Raven interview.
right. Link in the description.